This is a lemon. This is a guitar amp. And this is the Lemon Guitar Amp Radio. Pick up any signal you want. Let's do it. It's John Jones, I'm here at home, and today I'm going to show you exactly how I put this together. That way you can hear any AM broadcast throughout the world as long as your antenna is long enough. And of course, you can monitor your own modulation, and you can also listen to the CB band if you wanted. So, let's get to it. A bit of feedback. So, I got a relatively mean-spirited comment saying this is just a gimmick, and if you transmit that closely to your guitar amp, you're going to be able to hear yourself anyway. Well, let's see if that's the case. All right, let's put it to the test. Can I hear myself without the lemon? Audio. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Settings are the same. I haven't changed it. There's no gimmick here. It really does work. In fact, several things work. And by the way, just because I need a diode and a lemon to hear anything on my guitar amp doesn't mean I think you or your grandpa's crazy for claiming you can hear stuff on your guitar amp without any of those things. Because it does happen, and I've seen videos of it happening. In fact, Lucille Ball said that she could hear radio stations through her teeth fillings. Now, Mythbusters did an episode on that. They said she was absolutely crazy, but I don't really know if they tested every variable in that situation. But, oh well, let's go on. So the first thing on our agenda is what you'll need. Then we'll talk about how it works. And of course, lastly, we'll talk about how to improve it. That way you don't have a rotten lemon sitting around on your guitar amp. All right, step one. There's so many different possibilities here, so you don't have to actually worry about it. Apples, lemons, potatoes, pickles, onions, probably ranch dressing. There's so many things you could use, so just rip some out of your refrigerator and try it if you want. Step 2, we're going to need a diode. And no, it doesn't have to be super sensitive like the crystal radio diodes, the 1N34As, okay? They don't have to be super sensitive because I've used multiple different diodes. But hey, if you're watching this video, just get the 1N34A so you don't have any problems. Next up, you're going to want some copper. Now, I'm pretty sure back in '83 they stopped making copper pennies. I don't know that for sure. You can fact check me, but copper wire is way more available, so just grab some of that. Step 4, galvanized nail or any piece of steel. And realistically, any piece of steel will be your best bet, especially if you're using a sensitive diode. So grab a piece of metal rod, grab a screw or whatever, just anything, stick it in that lemon and see if it works. All right, so here's how this thing's hooked up. I promise you that is a phono plug. It's not what you think it is, although I will admit it does look like that. The end point of that phono plug, our guitar plug, is connected to a large coil of wire, one I stole from an industrial site. I'm just kidding. But that is then connected to your diode and then back to the ground side of your phono plug. Now, our fruit, whatever you choose, in this case is a lemon, is connected across our diode, and that's for biasing, and I'll talk about that later. The steel side is going to be connected to the striped side on your diode. You'll physically see it on your diode. The other side is your copper side. That's your positive side. Now here's an antenna, and that also can have a coil. We can put that coil on top of this coil, and we can hear radio stations. Now, can you hear anything without the antenna? Of course, you can hear yourself. Occasionally, you can hear radio stations, but here's something really cool that doesn't require an antenna whatsoever. So this is actually a microphone for anything that has a speaker. All we have to do is place it on it.
She said it's kind of cringe, but we literally changed our lives to be together.
Yeah, that's enough of that. Anyway, so what I've used this for is if I don't want to waste my iPhone battery, I simply just turn it on really low, put my iPhone right on the coil here, and it's loud. So I don't have to worry about killing my battery, and I can hear it through the entire room. All right, so first I'm going to tell you how this works, and then we're going to listen to the radio on the guitar amp, which took a while. So how does this work anyway? Well, a couple of years ago, I was looking into doing this mod for a CB radio to increase the sensitivity. So what happens is an AM wave will go through a diode, and that'll be rectified into these little bumps here, and that will pump through your speaker, right? However, if you don't use a lemon, you might get this situation where a weak signal does not turn on your diode, right? Because it's sort of like a spring door. You need enough voltage to push that spring door forward, and then of course it comes back to stop that other half of the wave, thus rectifying the signal. However, if we use a lemon to increase the voltage, then we open the door, thus allowing weak signals to come through so we can hear them. Now, depending on what kind of fruit or vegetables you use, as well as what metal you're pairing with your copper wire, you're going to get different voltages, and that'll make your diodes more or less sensitive. Now, some diodes need a lot more voltage than others, so you have to play around with this. But let's see what these sound like and the differences between them. All right, so this Apple is putting out about 0.3 volts, and that's perfect for a really sensitive diode, but I've used all sorts of diodes. All right, now this diode takes about 0.3 volts to turn on, and that's what we're giving it with the Apple. As you can see, it sounds pretty good. I do like the sound of it. It's not clipping very much. It sounds pretty nice. So we're going to hook up the heavy-duty diode and see if it degrades our signal some. Alright, so I've hooked my Apple up to our bigger diode. It has a higher forward voltage threshold, and as you can hear, we can barely hear ourselves there. So we're going to need higher voltage to drive this. So how do you check your voltage threshold on your diode anyway? Well, it's pretty easy. You just take your multimeter, switch it into the diode function, and it will tell you the threshold voltage of your diode. This one happens to be almost 0.5 volts, and that's the reason why this video took so damn long. It took so long, in fact, that my lemon sort of gave up on me. Which brings up a good question: how do you do this without a lemon? Well, you guessed it, it's pretty easy. All you do is take a battery and a resistor, and you're going to match the threshold voltage of the diode. Don't go over that, or you're not going to have any fun whatsoever. So remember, match the voltage, don't go over. Easy peasy, gross lemon squeezy. Oh, God. That was a bad, that smells terrible. Oh, my God. Oh God, there's no water in here. Well, got my hand all washed off. Now, let's listen to the radio. All right, so there's two things that are critically important if you want to listen to the radio on this thing. So one, and I'll show you this, is a very, very long antenna, and the other one is a very, very good ground. In fact, in my experience, the ground is way more important than the antenna. You can skimp out on the antenna to a degree, but don't skimp out on the ground. So you'll really want to get a long length of wire. I have mine run up into the tree here, and then it goes up here to see that weight. That's how I threw it up in the tree. It takes a lot of wire to pick up any signals with this thing. Have you recorded yet? Yes. Okay, let me think. 3, 2, 1. So I got my ground coming out of the window here. The window, of course, is part of my camper, and the camper is part of my yard, and the yard's part of the USA, which is part of the Earth. Anyways, speaking of Earth, this goes down to a ground rod. That wasn't quite enough, so I had to run it through some cables, which I peeled apart.
Jumper cables of his dear brothers that were burnt up.
And I came over here and I grounded it to the fence. And this fence, of course, even though it is covered in plastic, there's plenty of places where it is grounded through all these rods here. So that's the only way I could pick up any signals. And yeah, how to change the diode. Okay.
You're grounded, punt, for my jumper cables.
Now first, I was using a diode with a threshold voltage of about 0.4 volts. And even with the lemon biasing it, so it was very sensitive, I couldn't really hear anything other than some static and maybe a voice here and there. So what I did is I switched to a much more sensitive diode. This diode actually switches on at about 0.1 volts. And now remember, we don't want to add extra voltage to that. Otherwise, it just keeps the door wide open. It won't actually rectify. It won't cut the waves in half. We have to make sure we are matching the voltage very, very, very closely, okay? Otherwise, you're just going to keep the diode on all the time. It won't work. So when I switched to a much more sensitive diode, I got every station around me. It sounded great. Anyways, let's look at the setup and let's listen to the radio. Alright, so I have it on a station without any music because YouTube will copyright me, because who doesn't want to listen to Phil Collins on a frickin' lemon? But anyways, this is a tank circuit I built a couple years ago to receive better sideband signals on my old shortwave rig, and I never got around to using it, and it really didn't help much, so I just put it on the shelf for many years. I hooked this up, and this is what I was initially using. It's kind of redundant at this point because I have another crystal radio here, so we really don't even need this part of the circuit. I've just left it in to show you that, you know, hey, it works. So I can tune this thing through both capacitors here. So the one in this series configuration, which I did have a parallel configuration, and that worked too. But I can tune it that way. And I can tune it this way. Let's bring that back.
If you will. And I love what he's done. In the past, like way in the past, people have said...
All right, now I'm going to show you the lemon test, and we'll be able to pick up signals just a little bit better. Okay, maybe it's not a lemon test, but it's an apple test.
Control of your finances. Taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you too. The largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world.
And as you can tell, the apple actually helps quite a bit. But remember, I had to use a bunch of resistors there to get the right voltage. Don't go over that, or there's no point. Anyways, I'm not going to end this video, by the way, by saying, it's Johnny Jones, I'm here at home, and I'll see you later, and like and subscribe and all that, and thanks for the comments. I'm actually going to end it by showing myself tuning in a station, because I thought that might be pretty cool. Anyways, goodbye, but not really. So watch this.